Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé. I'm disappointed with Jenny Slatin and Sumit Singh's emotional relationship update. I absolutely hate that 90-Day Fiancé. Happily ever after. Star Sumit Singh has shared an emotional update about his relationship with Jenny Slatin. Sumit is a 35-year-old man from Delhi who first appeared in 90-Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 1 with Jenny, who is 30 years older than him. There was no reason for Sumit and Jenny to have been compatible even with their massive age gap, but they were. Sumit and Jenny's storyline also had a lot of appearances from his family to show scenes where Sumit begged and cried to be accepted by them. Sumit's mother even threatened suicide to stop him from marrying Jenny. I have been missing watching this kind of drama on 90-Day Fiancé because all other couples, old and new, can never compare. I would love to have them back on the show, but it's Sumit who's left me convinced that they won't return. I started watching 90-Day Fiancé the other way because of Jenny and Sumit. The first season had already aired, and I was hooked by the catfish angle. The season had a host of plot twists for these two, including Sumit's ex-wife. If we list down the most jaw-dropping catfishing stories in the franchise, Jenny and Sumit will be at the top of the list. Jenny had knowingly decided to date Sumit after she realized she had been scammed. Meanwhile, Sumit had hidden a whole wife from Jenny for over 2 years. I don't know what Sumit was thinking when he okayed Jenny moving to India in Season 2 of The Other Way while being married to someone else. How could I ever forget Sumit's parents trying to test Jenny's flexibility by teaching her yoga and performing something called Neti Yoga to scare American Jenny and get rid of her. Jenny and Sumit's storyline was a Bollywood movie in itself. The only thing missing was them breaking out into a random song and dance routine. However, something had convinced me Sumit was going to break Jenny's heart sooner or later. Instead, Sumit proved me and millions of other fans wrong by sticking to Jenny's side. Even those who thought Sumit was with Jenny for a green card were proved wrong, since it's been over 3 years since Sumit and Jenny married. They are still living in India, in the same house that fans have come to love, and emoting the same kind of love for each other that they had on the show. Fans like me have been following the couple's journey on Instagram. In October 2024, Sumit revealed they were still going strong. He posted a heartfelt message for Jenny on his Instagram page. Sumit's message to Jenny with an unseen video of Jenny dancing on a sunny day after celebrating Holi was a sight for sore eyes. They received comments such as, "My favorite couple, I wish to see y'all on the show again sometime," which was posted by Neptunini 1969. I agreed with everything the fan had to say about Jenny and Sumit. However, Jenny and Sumit have been missing from all the major spin-offs. They are being ignored. Jenny and Sumit's storyline may have missed the oomph and the theatrics for the show to consider replacing them with someone else. After Sumit's family, including his mother, accepted Jenny, Jenny may have stopped cleaning the kitchen altogether. Jokes aside, Sumit and Jenny were recently in the news when in May 2024, she reached out to the official 90-Day Fiancé casting Instagram page at 90-Day Fiancé Cast and asked them to cast her again. Jenny wrote, "Jenny and Sumit would love to be back on The Other Way." Jenny was acting desperate for no good reason. She wanted the casting team to know that a lot had happened in their lives after the show. However, those fans who read her comment told Jenny that she didn't need to come back. Someone even told Jenny that she and Sumit were so boring. I'm not sure who these fans were, but telling Sumit and Jenny to keep away from the show was harsh. Meanwhile, Jenny and Sumit were unbothered. Still, it's starting to look like the naysayers will win in this situation since Jenny and Sumit might never return. All the possible dramatic situations that could have given fans a reason to watch the 90-Day Fiancé. The other way in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, have been dealt with. Sumit and Jenny are happy together with zero problems in their marriage. There is indeed no reason for them to make a comeback unless they stage a split, which I believe is something the couple can never do since Sumit's emotional note to his wife. As a longtime viewer of 90-Day Fiancé, I've learned to expect the unexpected, surprises, cultural clashes, and moments of raw vulnerability that make you laugh, cry, or yell at the screen in disbelief. But few couples have taken us on such a roller coaster of emotions as Jenny Slatan and Sumit Singh. Their love story has spanned continents, decades, and seasons, giving us a glimpse into a relationship that defies norms, but also raises some serious questions. And yet, despite their resilience, I have to say it, I'm disappointed with their emotional relationship update. Jenny and Sumit started as one of those love stories you want to root for. Jenny, a sweet grandmother from California, and Sumit, a younger man from India, met online and fell in love. From the beginning, they faced enormous challenges, cultural barriers, age differences, family disapproval, financial instability, you name it. But through it all, they seemed genuinely in love. That love was their armor, their secret weapon against the world's judgment. So why does this latest update feel like a betrayal of everything they once stood for? It's not that they're fighting or that they've fallen out of love, far from it. The disappointment comes from the emotional stagnation, the way they've slipped into a pattern of complacency that's slowly unraveling the very passion that once made them compelling. Love may conquer all, but love without growth, without honest communication, without mutual evolution, starts to wither. And that's what I see in Jenny and Sumit right now. A love that has stopped evolving. In their most recent appearance, instead of seeing progress, we got what felt like a rerun of old conflicts dressed in new clothes. Jenny still struggles to feel fully accepted by Sumit's family, and Sumit, though he claims to support her, continues to tiptoe around the wishes of his parents. It's heartbreaking because we've seen this dynamic play out again and again. It's the same song, just a different verse. And at some point, you have to wonder, is Sumit ever going to stand fully with Jenny? Or is he forever caught between love and loyalty? Don't get me wrong, navigating cultural expectations isn't easy. Sumit's family represents a deeply rooted tradition, one where filial piety is expected and independence is often discouraged. But love requires bravery, and Sumit, after all these years, still seems afraid to fully claim his relationship with Jenny in the way she's claimed him. For a man who once risked everything to be with her, his emotional caution feels like regression. Jenny, on the other hand, has shown tremendous patience. But even patience has an expiration date. In this latest update, we saw glimpses of her frustration bubbling to the surface. She's tired of being the outsider. Tired of not being enough for Sumit's family. Tired of waiting for a fairy tale ending that never quite comes. And who can blame her? She's sacrificed a lot, leaving her country, her family, her comforts, to build a life with Sumit in India. All she wants in return is reassurance, consistency, and a partner who puts her first. But instead, she's still asking the same questions, still seeking the same validation. What makes this all the more disheartening is that we know they can do better. We've seen their love survive incredible odds. We've seen Sumit fight off an arranged marriage and Jenny weather social ridicule. But in this new chapter, they seem to have stopped trying. They stopped digging deeper into their emotional needs, stopped having the difficult conversations, stopped asking the hard questions. Are we still right for each other? Are we growing together or just growing old side by side? It almost feels like they've become characters in their own reality show, A little too aware of the cameras, a little too rehearsed in their drama. And maybe that's the curse of being on television for so long. You start performing your love instead of living it. The raw, unfiltered moments that once made them so relatable now feel replaced by storylines. And that's where the authenticity starts to slip. But maybe the real heartbreak isn't in what's happening, it's in what isn't happening. There's no new dream they're building, no shared vision of the future they're reaching toward. The idea of children was never on the table, and now even the idea of blending families seems to have evaporated. It's as though they settled into survival mode, staying together because it's what they know, not necessarily because it's still what they want. And that's the most tragic part of all, when a love that once felt like destiny starts to feel like habit. No, I'm not giving up on them. I don't think love ever disappears completely. It just gets buried sometimes under fear, under resentment, under fatigue. But it takes work to dig it out. Real, intentional, vulnerable work. Jenny and Sumit need to start having those uncomfortable talks again.